is so exquisite. I'm going to say it. It's the best car I've ever driven. It really is. Hammond, does this car, does it do 1,158 miles an hour?
Yes.
Really?
No.
So it isn't 6 times faster than a Nissan GTR?
No.
But it costs 6 times more?
Yeah, it does.
Why?
Well, it's made of exotic materials.
It needs to be. It needs to be made out of myrrh. Is this windscreen wiper made out of saffron?
No, but there's a lot of carbon fibre.
Hammond, my bog seat at home is made out of carbon fibre. It didn't cost 340,000 quid. Honestly, I just don't understand this car.
And what you see here is the car I'll be using.
This is a Lexus LFA. It's not the most powerful car in the world, it's not the fastest, it's not the best looking, and it certainly isn't the cheapest. Plus, the Lexus badge does come with a whiff of masonry. But I drove one of these in England last year, and I emerged from the experience thinking that might very well be the best car I've ever driven. And that's why we're here, to find out. The engine in this is so exquisite that it revs from idle to 9,000 RPM in 0.6 of a second. In fact, it revs so fast they couldn't fit a conventional rev counter. It had to be electronic because a normal one simply can't keep up.
But when it comes to technology,
It took 5 years of sweat, toil and cash to design this car, and then just before they put it on sale, someone said, you know, I think it would be better if the body were made from carbon fibre rather than aluminium, and they began all over again. All I do know is they sell them for £340,000, and how much would that cost? I think Lexus were concentrating so hard on building the perfect car, they got that occasionally you might need to go somewhere in it, need a cup holder and an iPod connector. If somebody were to offer me a choice of any car that had ever been made, ever, I would take a dark blue LFA. That's how much I love this thing. I mean, yes, there are faults. The petrol tank is too small. The seatbelt is idiotic. And joking aside, I would like a cup holder. But the rest of it is so exquisite. I'm going to say it. It's the best car I've ever driven. It really is. And there were endless laps of the Nürburgring.
Pointlessly.
And endless tiny adjustments to the steering and the brakes and the exhaust until it was absolutely perfect. You know what this car feels like? A racing car. It really does. And sounds like one. Oh! It actually feels like you're sitting inside a machine. A few years ago, they gave us the LFA. A car which, I'll admit, has many faults and irritations. The seatbelt, for example, is incredibly difficult to do up. There are no cup holders, it's impossible to plumb your telephone or whatever into the stereo system, and the fuel tank is the size of a disposable lighter, which means you have to fill up every 5 minutes and then you have to get out, and then it takes you a week to do your seatbelt up again. I still haven't done it. It's like giving myself a prostate exam. But these little things pale into insignificance when you unleash its astonishing V10 engine. It
produces 552 horsepower. That means 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds. It also means a top speed of 202, and even more amazingly, it revs from idle to the red line in an almost unbelievable 0.6 of a second.
But the best thing is the noise. It sounds baleful. It sounds like a wild animal that's sad about something. Oh no! I got my paw stuck! Ow! Ow! Ow!
This is what I was looking for in the new Lexus. A sense that the engine is actually alive, that it's a sentient being. And there was more I was looking for too.
The LFA does not have an expert facility, or a G-shift thing, or VDIM. It corners well, because it's well engineered. And it's light, very light. I love the way that it feels so violent and raw. This car is simply out of this world.
And look at the difference in styling. See how one looks like that stupid food that's drizzled in jus and served on a bed of stupid beans to idiots in overpriced restaurants. And the other is as simple as a freshly picked blackberry.
I know that this cost 5 or 6 times more than the new RCF. And I know it's full of carbon fibre and all sorts of clever engineering that you can't reasonably expect to find further down the fiscal food chain. But surely they could have captured the spirit of this car, the essence, its soul, and transplanted that into the RCF. Surely they could.
Or maybe they couldn't. Maybe the LFA is so good, not even the people who made it know how to make it again.